Since the announcement of the coup in Niger on 26 July 2023, the world has been awash with headlines and breaking news about events as they unfold. However, the Nigerian crisis is too close for comfort, and many Nigerians and some West Africans have found their voice with a mixed feeling, but mostly of concern and despair, especially for those who have no option to japa.
The AU is, I think ECOWAS spoke too quickly. The AU is there and has been more circumspect in the way it's looking and dealing with the matter. But I can understand why ECOWAS behaved the way it did, because the coup poses an existential threat to the current democratically elected leaders, in ECOWAS. Some of them feel if that succeeds, they might be next. If you see the red, the red that you see there, these are all military regimes. Africa has been divided into two. You think it's an accident? Something is going on. What is happening here is that Africa has become the battlefield of the world powers right now. And because Africa remains the richest resource ground for the world economy, everybody is fighting for the heart and soul of the continent.
But let's put the Nigerian coup in context. According to an article by Olayin Kajala, a senior lecturer in politics and international relations at Leeds Beckett University, factors that led to the coup include rise in insecurity and declining economic prospects contributed to fragility in the country. Despite the increase in foreign forces, especially from the United States and France, and military bases in Niger, the leadership has been unable to stop insurgent attacks. This has left many Nigerians worried about the economic fortunes of their country, especially in respects to their natural resources, which include lithium, diamond, gold, and crude oil. It has been more than a week that ECOWAS issued the ultimatum to Nigerian coup plotters to return the country back to democratic rule. And in context, the issue is about internal democracy and a fight by its people to see governance that represents them and an economic reflection of this reality. And so, there is no need for an international crisis as it would seem. So, there really should be no need for use of military force if this issue is to be resolved swiftly and in the best interests of the country and its people. That being said, while Nigeria has the financial and military capability to quell any uprising and dislodge the coup plotters from office, there is need for critical assessment of the issue or issues to prevent this from imploding into an all-out war. It is also instructive to note that after many years of democratic rule, African nations have very little or nothing to show. Despite its endowment of natural resources, Africa is still plagued by large-scale poverty, wars, famine, erratic and unstable power supply, infrastructure deficits, high mortality rates, poor healthcare infrastructure, etc., while Africa's commonwealth has been looted by the political class without fear of justice or repercussion, which all too easily has been bought. And Nigeria is not immune to any of these above-listed factors. While the United Nations and other so-called allied countries have issued statements about backing the use of military force to restore democratic rule in Niger, how much success have these ever really achieved in the wake of conflicts that have lingered across the world despite these interventions? I'll be the first to say that the pathway to peace hasn't been traced to the footprints of war or conflicts, and that is a food for thought.